Pot smokers have wasted no time in lighting up in select bars in Washington and Colorado. The two states are seen as leaders in a national movement to legalize marijuana. While advocates believe it would keep kids safer, opponents fear it could prove disastrous. Although marijuana is now legal in Colorado for those over 21, many believe that those under 21 will be able to access it more easily. And that's a concern because health-wise, marijuana poses a far greater threat for teens.
Some people think that marijuana is just psychologically addictive, not physically addictive. It's just a soft drug, something like that. But I can tell you from personal experience that these kids who come to see us are dropping out of life.
Psychiatrist Christian Thurstone directs one of Colorado's largest clinics for treating youth substance abuse. He's seen firsthand what the research shows, that 1 in 6 kids who try marijuana before age 18 become addicted. And lots of kids are trying. 2/3 of new marijuana users each year are under 18. The worst part, their brains are significantly more vulnerable to the drug.
It's a time of enormous brain development. The very receptor that marijuana binds to in the brain is the receptor that helps control this brain development.
That means these young users can lose as many as 8 IQ points. They're 4 times more likely to do poorly in school and twice as likely to have a car accident. Colorado educators point to a possible link between the 2009 legalization of so-called medical marijuana and increased trouble in school. When medical marijuana dispensaries began popping up across the state, drug-related school suspensions and expulsions also spiked. But those who support legalization argue student use has gone down since 2009. They believe that regulation is the best way to protect kids.
Illegal marijuana dealers are not asking for proof of age. By taking it, putting it behind a counter, having really strict rules on selling to minors, we can better keep it out of their hands.
TVERT's organization, the Marijuana Policy Project, helped pay for and organize the Colorado and Washington legalization campaigns. It's now targeting 14 other states, but a new national organization is saying not so fast.
Why introduce another legal substance when we're already having a hard time with our currently legal ones?
Dr. Kevin Sabet advised both Presidents Bush and Obama on the drug problem. And although he agrees that our country is far too quick to criminalize marijuana users, he's not convinced that legalization is the answer.
The problem with it really is that it increases the permissiveness of a drug and it increases social acceptance.
Sabet is teaming up with Thurstone and 2 big names, former Congressman Patrick Kennedy, son of Ted Kennedy, and conservative writer David Frum. Their organization, Smart Approaches to Marijuana, or SAM, believes that legalization supporters have downplayed the risks of smoking pot.
This is not your Woodstock weed, This is the marijuana that's much more harmful now in terms of its THC content.
But kids seem to have missed that message.
I don't think it's harmful at all.
And why don't you think it's dangerous?
Because it's a plant and you smoke it and it just gets you high.
I think one of the reasons kids think it's okay is that so-called medical marijuana has softened attitudes, and people think, well, it's a medicine.
Thurstone also notes that much of this new research hasn't reached the public. In the meantime, there's a fear that big tobacco companies will get into the marijuana business and target youth, just like they did with cigarettes. Churches in Colorado are figuring out how to work with teens as the situation unfolds.
Anytime any drug becomes more readily available, we need to talk about it.
Brady Boyd is senior pastor at New Life, a mega church in Colorado Springs. He says believers there are concerned about just how legalization will play out, but he says they shouldn't miss the deeper issue.
And so we're talking internally about why are people so willing to medicate themselves? What pain are they running from? What are the issues that they are struggling with that causes them to go to things like marijuana?
No one knows just how Colorado will shape its regulations or how available marijuana will be starting next year. But what's clear is this: the nation will be watching, waiting to see what legalization means for communities and especially for their youth. Reporting in Denver, Heather Sells, CBN News.